name is Lukolo. My surname is Langalavu, R-Type, Rockefeller.
Justel Kaembe, born in DRC, came here when I was 6.
Sipho Mahlangu, born in Alex but bred in Johannesburg, downtown at Hillbrow.
I'm Kane Furi, I'm 20 years old, been born in Joburg and raised in Joburg.
Sinenkosi Mlotshwa. I'm from Zimbabwe in Bulawayo.
I can say I'm a fun guy, humble.
Went to school in Choiville, then finished in Berea.
Born in the Eastern Cape, raised in Johannesburg, and made a master at 513 site.
Boxing is my life. If I haven't found boxing, I don't know where I would have been. Probably working a 9-to-5 job that I don't like.
It has changed a lot of things in my life, a lot of aspects in my life in terms of anger management, fitness, just getting to know yourself better and better as a fighter too.
Boxing didn't mean anything. But growing up, you don't get your parents talking to you all the time because they're out there always looking for the bread for you guys. Most of the time you're alone.
When I came from Zim, coming to Johannesburg, I didn't have much backup, so boxing just helped me to pave way to get to know other people, you understand. Even the job I have right now, I got it through boxing.
It just makes you forget for a while that you're not struggling, there's nothing happening, it's just all about boxing.
I was introduced to boxing in the year of 2014 by my friend because I used to be a street fighter and I used to be a bully at school. And in Eastern Cape, we had groups where we used to go to the mountains and then we just start fighting. So I got used to that. As I came to the Gauteng province, there was no such thing. So my teacher recommended me, instead of bullying kids at school, to join a boxing club.
I used to play football. And when I moved from Choiville Primary and I went to Banato, and I met a friend, so I was obviously into athletes. We did sport, and he saw I was fast. And then he told me, you know what, let me take you to the gym.
I was introduced to boxing by an old friend of mine. We grew up together. So there was one time we went to fight with Inside. Then he said, okay, let's go and check it out. Then that's when I started getting into boxing.
Yeah, so boxing runs in my family. I mean, it comes from my dad's side and my mom's side as well. My dad also used to be a boxer. So boxing has always been on the TV. And I've been watching it from a young age. So I told my dad one day I want to box. So he told me once I get older, if I still want to box, I can ask him. And then a couple of years ago, I told him I want to fight, and then he brought me to a boxing gym.
When I went to the boxing gym, I wanted to just do it for self-defense. Then I fell in love with the sport. I had some few sparring, and I went for my first amateur fight. I won with a knockout, so I just fell in love with the sport.
At first, I just went to the gym just for fun, and there wasn't a point where I was doing boxing and playing football, and it didn't mean anything. But eventually, as you do it, you just fall in love with the sport.
If my boxing could start off now, I can get a fight. That's the first goal I want to achieve first. And then I can show the world my skills and what I can do and how I can perform.
I see my career going places, and now I'm a professional. So I see myself as a world champion, superstar, and a legend.
You actually don't know, as a boxer, boxing is the most loneliest sport. I love it being around, but it's most lonely because most of the time you're alone. And when I say alone, you're alone mentally. But you can feel it that if you get this, you can go very far, and that you see by the work you put in, the way people respect you for the sport, what they tell you. People always want to be around you, always want to train with you because of your work and your dedication.
Hopefully one day I can be a champion. I mean, all the boxers want to believe that they can do it. And I mean, if it's God's will and if you trust Him, I mean, anything is possible.
Currently, I'm training with the best trainer. Right now, I'm 2-0. I'm not planning any lose or anything. So definitely I'm going to be a champion.
No, I know if I get the right people, right team, my career is going to be like the best it can ever be.
So my challenges that I face in boxing, it's getting a fight for now, getting sponsors, getting transport money to get to the gym.
I had a lot of challenges, especially the first one I'll put is mentally, and just waking up every day, trying to stay motivated. You don't even know why you're training, but you're just training. You can see that, especially in amateurs, I don't even get fights anymore. But I still train anyways. I still make sure I'm there.
Getting enough fights is like the challenges. Also sponsorship, it's hard to get sponsorship since we've been hit by COVID.
I think the challenge that I have the most is self-motivation as a boxer. I mean, to stand up every day, to run your 10K or whatever it has to be, go train 4-3 hours a day, still have to do your conditioning, your strength. So self-motivation plays a big role in your life, I think, to motivate yourself to stand up and get the stuff doing.
What I can say personally, what I'm facing as a challenge is that I have to train and also work. I work as a security, so sometimes I'm on night shift. Find that I have to also go to the gym. So there's no way I can box and earn a living with boxing. So I just have to train and also work at the same time.
And also challenges like in terms of promoters, license. I mean, I'm a foreign boxer in this country. They always put South African first, and you better. Everybody knows that, but you don't have any documentation. Or if I get a documentation, I use a Aslam, so every 6 months I have to renovate it. Every year I have to pay for my medicals. I have to pay for registration. It's just too much. There's just so much challenges that I can't even put them all in one sentence, but there's always challenges.
My boxing highlights as an amateur, I won national titles 2 times. In 2019, we went to the Mauritius Games where I took gold too, participated in it and took gold. 10 pro in 2020. Now in 2021, had like 2 fights, all of them coming via win.
My highlight so far, I would say my first professional fight, when I knocked the guy down, my first time, so that felt good. And since I've knocked him down, I've gained a lot of confidence.
Getting to be known, getting to be known and getting fights and just putting my name out there.
I hold the record. I beat the record 3 times. I hit the SA champ in 4 punches. I spar with professionals. Some, they so much highlight my amateur boxing record. It says it for itself. Like, people don't even want to fight me anymore.
My first professional fight, 2nd round knockout. Best experience, best experience. That's when I felt like, no, I'm not going to lose again. So from there, I'm trying to push myself to train to be one of the best at least.
So if you're going to choose this going back, then you've got to counter him properly, okay? But if you stand here, you're going to block someone and you're going to come back quick. So it's your option.
I've got 2 heroes. My all-time favorite would be Manny Pacquiao. I love him. I love him as a boxer. His story behind him as well is good. And my current favorite boxer is Virgil Ortiz Jr.
I would say Canelo so far because he's a great boxer and he's doing great. I love his head movement. I like the way he boxes, his timing, I love the way he counter punches, and I'm all about that. And speed,
Mayweather, Canelo, and Tyson.
The first hero I can say I looked up to is my mom, because she's been there for me like since day one. My other heroes like Floyd Mayweather and Terence Crawford, because like they're the inspiration and like they're fighting in the kind of weight division I like. So like they're the world champions and I like their personalities. And I'm my own hero myself.
Firstly, there is the late Rick Quinstein. So he was my first manager. That means he was the first one to believe in me as an amateur. I just had the heart. I didn't have like boxing techniques. I just had the basics. Now I'm with Manny. Manny is so inspirational. Whatever he says is just awesome. One time he told me you got to do everything right. Otherwise, don't do it at all. Understand? And Paul, Eric, also my teammates. Eric Capio also has been an inspiration to me. Lutuma Lamati is my favorite fighter.
It's Coach Anton, Coach Luke, and Madam Sherry, Coach Terry. They've always been there for us. Like, it's not easy waking up in the inner city and saying I have people that care about you, which you don't even have idea where they came from. Not even your parents. They do certain things for you which your parents can never do, and
Training wise, I would say start the morning off, eat your breakfast, and then go to the gym. Train for 2-3 hours, work on your technique, just some cardio, fitness type of stuff. You go home, you rest, eat, sleep. A lot of sleep is important. And then you go run, do your run, come back, sleep again if you can, and then go to night, like in the night time, you go do your other stuff at the other gym as well.
I train 2 times a day and I run once a day.
Your running should be good. Your stamina comes from your running, back work, and everything else. There's always stretching time. And with stretching, I have acquired Coach Daniela. She's a MMA coach. So just do a lot of stretching, do a lot of yoga.
I don't focus a lot on like big heavy weights and stuff. Smaller weights, higher repetitions, and just like explosiveness. And do a lot of cardio. Fitness wise, I mean, you have to be fit to box, so that's the main reason. Fitness is the biggest role. Yeah.
At night, that's when I go for a jog. In terms of nutrition, I just eat what I can eat. Just eat what my mom prepares for me. And in terms of resting, I just take a full day resting, doing nothing, just staying at home, laying around on the bed or on the couch.
So what I do to recover, I don't stop training. I just take it light, I just take it easy. If I have an ankle injury, I just start shadow boxing and do some light sparring, train my upper body. If I injured my shoulder, I just do a lot of running and just try and keep my shoulder relaxed.
Basically, I stick to chicken, fish, and then also your veggies is important as well. And then luckily, I have a good supplement sponsor as well, Sports RX. They supply me with my like the protein shakes, the recovery shakes, and the pre-workout shakes and stuff. So yeah, so without that, I can't be running all day. So if I take that, I'm fine for the next day.
I seek advice from my manager, of course. He just tells me, you need to eat this and that, you mustn't eat this and that. For him, his favorite thing to drink is water. Water, he just tells me, you gotta drink water all the time.
One thing I would say, if you feel like there's an injury, go to the hospital, get checked out, because we neglect it and we don't pay attention, but it tends to be serious. Just when you feel tired, get a rest and come back.
To balance up your training, you need rest and recovery. So me, I like to rest weekends.
When I'm not boxing, I play a lot of soccer, and I do produce my own music too. There's a new genre called Amapiano, so that's where like I do the beats for my friends and the gents. Then we can start recording some tracks a bit.
I take a nap and take my laptop with me, just watch probably boxing interviews, Muhammad Ali, something inspirational. Then probably I just watch cartoons just to forget about boxing a bit.
So I work with kids, autism kids, psychosocial, and if it's not that, it's just playing. I used to play soccer, so I play soccer every Sunday.
Spend a lot of time with the family and then watching movies or whatever there is to do that's not boxing related.
I love poetry also. Yeah, I enjoy watching poetry, comedy also.
So when I'm not boxing, I watch boxing videos. I play with my dogs. I live a boring life, but then it might be boring to some people, but me, I find it interesting. Boxing is a very dangerous sport, but then I always tell myself that I'm the best in what I do, so I always try to hit and not get hit.
If you're a boxer, you can't be negative, like think about the stuff that can happen to you. I mean, always be positive, don't think about what can happen to you, just like go through it without thinking about it, and then yeah, if it's God's will, everything will be good.
Even though I know that like the sport is dangerous, it can be life-threatening too, but I cope very well. I take everything as it is because it is for the love of boxing.
Boxing is dangerous for those that come to boxing and play around. It's dangerous for the people that are coming against you. It's dangerous for the family who's stepping in the ring for you. Otherwise, if you do the work, listen, stretch, rest, run, skip, shadow box, do your push-up, you should be safe. Even if you're going to the people who are better than you, you're gonna survive.
The tips I would give for youngsters to get into boxing I'll start off by saying don't get into boxing. It's a dangerous sport. But if you do, and you don't take my advice for it, let me be your trainer.
Just put in the work. It's never enough. And don't let no one tell you that you can't do it. Just everybody says it all the time. Believe in yourself and if you believe in yourself and you just tell yourself I can do it, that's pretty much all you need.
Always listen to your coaches because they see everything around you. They see the things that you can't see. So always take their advices, listen to them, always.
If they can start young, it's good for them. I mean, especially for self-defense. And doesn't just teach boxing, it teaches you self-discipline, teaches you to be humble.
I'll just advise him to stay strong and just, obviously there will be some challenges here and there, but if that's what you love, you just have to stay strong for your calling.
Boxing helps me in becoming a better person, reducing your anger, knowing how to control yourself, not get into unnecessary fights, because there are a lot of temptations outside. Like obviously you go outside, you get someone who's just out of nowhere pops up then starts a fight with you. So it's like you learn to control yourself.
The most important thing he taught me is to be humble all the time, also respect your people, and also the discipline it gives you.
I used to be a gangster, so I used to go around the streets just fighting, but then it helped me a lot because now I think I should have been in prison, or I should have been 6 feet under. But then since boxing became like a home to me, so I managed to stay off the streets, and I use boxing as my safe space.
Currently I'm living in Joburg. So I once had a scenario whereby some guy was bullying me, but I knew I could knock that guy out. But I don't know how the trainers do it, but boxing teaches you discipline, you understand? You know how to control yourself. I just knew I can knock him out, but I just said sorry. That guy used to bully me, but I was like, let me just leave it.
My superpower, I would say first, it all starts here up in the head. And then you can start about understanding yourself, what you do best and what you're good at.
I have a unique style, my own kind of style. I'm an outside boxer. A lot of skill, a lot of head movement. Even my coach calls me the Matrix. So I like making people miss and making them pay. So my style is hit and not get hit.
My heart, I have a heart to feel iron, My heart, makes me different, and I'm a good listener also.
My fighting name is K9. So when I'm in the ring, I'm a dog, and that's what makes me special. And also, I don't look like a fighter, so the people think it's an easy game, but it's not.
No, I'm like a body snatcher. Like even the fight where we had with the AC champ, 4 punches in the body and he was out. That's where I kill you. Kill you with body punches, and obviously my work weight.
I deal with speed. Speed kills.